In my last video, we talked about if Geogun are worth using in a deck. Long story short, as of right now, they aren't, but they have potential to be good in the future. So let's pretend Geogun get good, and most decks use at least one playset of a Geogun in a deck. Will this happen? Who knows, but it's always good to be prepared just in case. In this video, let's talk about the possible impact to the game Geogun can make. Now, I'm not talking about sales and if adding more toys is good or bad. I'm talking about how will people build their decks with Geogun, how they will think about team construction, and how they will play in the game. The biggest advantage of Geogun is their core stealing capabilities. Being able to steal an opponent's core can really disrupt them, as many of the best Bakugan rely on specific cores to reach their maximum potential. Back in year 1, many of the popular decks were mono-core decks, meaning they had most of their cores as one core. This was because rolling back then wasn't as accurate as it was today, so having more of the same cores meant you were more likely to roll onto it. Also, in general, the Bakugan B Power cap was low enough so that these Fist and Shield core decks could be competitive. However, as we got into higher base B Power and with more and more people getting better at rolling, now we were no longer putting our main focus in team building looking for Bakugan that had core synergy together, but rather whoever had the best stats. Heck, even if it meant only having the one Helix core Aquos Hydrus brings, you use that Bakugan because of its base stats. However, with Geogun having their core stealing capabilities, if you only have one core for a Bakugan that absolutely needs it, you're at a risk of getting it stolen and not being able to have your Bakugan reach their maximum potential. I think people may start going back into thinking about having more than one core available for a certain Bakugan. At the very least, your first Bakugan roll of the game will be guaranteed to have the core needed. That is, if you land the first roll. So I think the safest thing to do is to have at least one extra core available for your second and third Bakugan. Though that is easier said than done. It's probably more reasonable to at least have one extra core for your second Bakugan. Hey, with Ventus Fenica and Dragonoid you have a spare Helix, so that's good. We may also start seeing people use Geogun just to get their core back the next turn. Hey, maybe even core removal cards will come back from their obscurity ever since being ignored after Bakugan Resurgence released introducing Rerolls. Chaos may also get even more popular because of how many core pickup cards they have, which will help in getting back stolen Baku cores or taking a replacement from your opponent's side of the field to even the score. Depending on how good Geogun get, some brawlers may force themselves to use a faction just so that they can use the Geogun of the same faction. Who knows, maybe Rerolls can benefit from this. Also, maybe we will start seeing Geogun that get amazing boosts off of otherwise unpopular cores like Shield and Green Fist. Maybe with Geogun like that, those two cores can go past their status as secondary cores and relive some of that power they had back in year 1. What about the number of Geogun used in a deck? Well, it's hard to say, but because they don't help in terms of getting to your team attack, I feel maybe one playset of a really good Geogun should be enough to hit hard and steal or take back a core. Well, these were just some ideas of the possible changes to how the game is played with Geogun. How do you think Geogun will alter how we play? Let me know in the comment section below, and if you like the video, hit the like button. Or don't, I'm not the boss of you, but be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get updated whenever I upload. Until next time, see ya!